Good morning, good morning, good morning. Welcome to the lesson 7, the last lesson. After this lesson, we are going to finish the class. No more lessons, no more classwork. Remember lesson 6, lesson 7 without classwork. Today we are going to see an important topic that you have to know and learn. It's about the decomposers. Decomposers are animals and some plants and bacteria and organisms that are their function is to eat the rest of the organisms that are die. For example, the food, animals that are dead, rest of plants, rest of fruits, all the things that are without life. These bacteria, these insects, some birds too, worms and mushrooms convert and disappear. For example, this is one example of, this is a rest of one snake, and the decomposer insects eats the rest of the body of the snake until make it disappear. This is the function of these organisms to see the process of the in this case I think it's an orange. So the fruits decompose the body of the animals. Obviously, is going to decompose, obviously. So in this process is when the bacteria start and decompose the process. This is our picture. Look, in this way. These tiny insects, you can say, but Mister, what for we have these insects? The function of these insects is to eat organisms. This is the function of the insects. Some worms, is to eat from the rest of the plants, from the rest of the animals. Look at this picture. This mouse is dead. The wind and the bacteria destroy this and make it nothing, right? It's a process of the body. It's a process of the life, right? It's like this. It's going to disappear and it's not going to stay anymore. Look. So, bacteria are working inside. When something is not alive, when something is not with life, the bacteria start working the process and decompose it, right? Look at this, for example. This is an apple, right? The fruits and the food pass the same process and decompose, right? So decomposers are, in the title is Earth's stomach, right? No se vayan a asustar con este tema. It's something that you have to know. Is science, right? What happened to plants and animals that die deep in the forest? Life on Earth is all about sharing. Every living thing needs energy to survive. But there is only so much to go around. This energy must be shared between all the plants and animals on Earth. They only borrow the energy they need to be alive. Once they are done with it, it must be made available for the next user. The decomposers. Decomposers are Earth's tools for this task. So in conclusion, the decomposers are some examples of slugs, snails, woodlice, and worms are all decomposers and turn over rotting log, and you can see them at work when they're working where they eat dead plant and dead animals, materials that have fallen to the ground. These materials are digested inside a decomposer body and exist as a waste. An important change has occurred through the chemical energy that was locked inside the plant. In conclusion, the decomposer is organisms that eat dead plants and animals, right? For example, the mushrooms and other fungi are also decomposers. The parts of the mushrooms Besame even eats. It's only the flowering part below the mushroom stem, but inside the mushroom is a kind of decomposer in the forest. So this is the conclusion of the topic. You have to understand This is the process of the nature. When we born, we grow. So animals born, animals grow, animals reproduce, and animals die. And then disappear. It's the process of the life. It's like this. The humans pass the same process, right? When we die, we are not going to exist, and our body is going to disappear. It's a process of plants, food, animals, and humans. It's something about the planet, and it's every day, every second, all the moment. So, decomposers are ready. Some decomposers are waiting, right, for these animals and fruits or kind of things or material that touch the ground, and in seconds is going to disappear. So bye bye, study the video. No classwork.